Hello, creatives, and welcome back to our Listen and Share series for the month of July. We are on day 25, and while I am warming me up some food, I figured I would go ahead and make this video for you. Today's message is all about reevaluating the idea of loneliness. And quite often, there are times when I am sitting down to receive these messages, and in some form or fashion, whether it's something that I've gone through recently, am going through, or have gone through, but the lesson has showed up again in some form, that has something to do with what I am to share with you all today. And so I was pausing because I was like, all right, what is the message? I don't want to just bring it from my own consciousness, but what do you have for the message for today? And so the message for today, as I said, is all about re-evaluating the idea of loneliness. Loneliness is not the most fun word or concept to experience and then to really have to process, especially when we come from the viewpoint of a negative viewpoint, essentially. When we think about ourselves evolutionarily, evolution, is that a word? When we think about evolution, being together in groups was how we survived. Being outside of the tribe was how you died, you know? And so the whole, even in motherhood or being married into a new family, starting that new family, the saying that it takes a village is a real thing, because you need other people. You need their lessons. You need their life lessons. You need their instructions. That's how, as children, going back into psychology, that's how you kind of get an idea of the roles, quote unquote, roles, by looking at those who are similar to you and mimicking, by being around them. Even with children, there's been so many experiments in psychology where you have children who, most of these children had been abandoned of some sort or were orphans. And so you have children, those group that they received love and care. They were picked up every day and fed from a bottle. Someone helped them and fed them from a bottle. They had that connection, that contact, looking them in the eyes. And then you had those who they were just given a bottle, you know, it was just propped up. And those babies, unfortunately, who did not have that contact, who did not have that connection, who did not feel a part of something bigger than themselves, they died, and they died very soon. And so the idea of loneliness is not one to just kind of shirk off, like, oh, whatever. It's a valid point, you know? However, I am and have been in this season of understanding it in a different way. There are times when you have the option of being around others and you choose not to be because there's something going on inside of you. Whether it's lack of self-value or worth, what do I have to bring? What do I have to contribute to the conversation? Or just feeling uncomfortable, that's one thing. And then there are seasons when people leave your life for positive reasons. And even if it feels negative at that time, in the end, I believe that it can still work out for you. But still going through that wasn't a choice that you made. You didn't make that choice. Whereas the first example, you made the choice. This example, you didn't make the choice. They left on their own. And so you feel kind of like that ripping of the Band-Aid, or if you put, for whatever reason, some duct tape on you or whatever, you have that ripping effect. You feel that sting. You feel that pain. It's not something that you would have wanted. And so you have that level of loneliness. But this that I want to speak about today is just talking about when you are in a season of not loneliness, but being alone, or there's not another person around. And it's for a time for you to grow as a person. It is for a time for you to understand more of who you are. And maybe you would like someone else around, but there are no other options, right? There isn't someone that you can just call and be like, hey, I want to hang out. Or anyone that you feel that you are in resonance with that would be a great influence on where you are going, that you can just kind of reach out to and say, hey, this is what I'm doing. I'd love to have you come and join me, or let's go do this, or, you know, just call up. In those times, and this is the specific one I'm talking about right now, in those times, when you would like someone to be around, but for whatever reason, the growth season that you're in, new location, is not the right timing, no one else is available. In those times, still make time to do the things that you enjoy doing. In those times, don't get stuck in this idea of I'm alone. Loneliness is a negative thing and I'm alone, right? You wouldn't necessarily say it that way, but it would feel that way. It could be awkward sometimes going out by yourself, but still do it. And even have the idea of source is with me, God is with me. I know that my loved ones, maybe from the spiritual realm, are with me. I know that I'm always surrounded. Love surrounds me. I am with me. And so although there's not another person, and maybe I would like it to be another person, human form, who's kind of with me in this moment, I'm still choosing to go and do this thing or go to this place and go and experience this. I'm still choosing to find joy in the midst of it. And I choose to take this idea of loneliness and switch it around and say, you know what? I choose to feel that I am not alone. I choose to still continue to grow. I choose to still see what is available for me. I choose to see, you know what? There's been so many times, and I'll give an example really quickly, where I've gone to festivals by myself. It would have been great to have someone else there, but the season did not allow for it. Or it was a misalignment, right? I still have done that. I've gone to comedy shows by myself. I've gone to theater shows by myself. I've gone to concerts, oh, I love jazz, by myself. And there are moments where it was just a date for me. So it's like, it's just for me. But then there are other times where I really would have liked and would have preferred to have another person there, and maybe invited 2 or 3 different people, but no one was available. And so instead of leaning into the loneliness as if a form of punishment, I chose to still go and enjoy it and to trust, you know what? God is with me. I am with me. And really lean into what is this doing for me right now? How am I expanding as a person? How is this going to change my creativity? Taking advantage of this, how is this going to expand me as a person, as a creative, as a woman, as a mother even, as a being, as a part of Source? How is this going to impact my life in a wonderful way? And many times I will end up meeting some great people and sometimes blowing their mind because they're like, you're here by yourself? And I was like, this is my day out. I'm enjoying this. I'm good. Are you good? I'm good. And it gives them a different shift to understand that it's so great to be with other people. It's so great to be a part of the tribe. If you are hiding, stop hiding, right? If that other person has left by their own choice, own that, feel that, but don't get stuck in that place either. A little bit, moment by moment, step by step, day by day, get out there again, right? In your own pace. And if it is a time where you would have preferred for someone to be there, but maybe it's not the season, or maybe no one is available, or it's just not aligned that way, still go, still pour into yourself, and still be open to what Spirit is going to show you or bring to you. Still be open to the people who are going to come into your life, even if it's just for that moment, even if it's just for that night. Receive that. So I actually went out yesterday, and I was supposed to be meeting with a friend to go see this short comedy club and then get dinner or stuff afterwards. And she was coming, and then she could not come. And I was like, that stinks. But I completely understand. No worries. I'm still going. I went, I had a great time, and then I got something to eat afterwards, and I was just sitting and chilling, and my waiter was so nice. He was like, is somebody coming? You want me to sit with you? And at that time, she was still coming, and I was like, I'm good. He was the most attentive. He gave me extra dessert and all of that stuff, and you can be like, oh, he felt sorry for you. No, because I wasn't sitting there feeling sorry for myself. It was a gift. It was a reflection back to me. I am seen. I am loved. This is a good moment. Even if my friend wasn't able to come, it was still a good thing. So I just want to encourage you to reevaluate the idea of loneliness and the season that you may be in, coming out of, going into. And no, keep growing. Keep loving yourself. Keep doing the things and stay open. So until tomorrow, like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you again.